Hi everyone, I'm Roger, one of your Maryville College librarians. This video will show you how to find key stats and financial ratios related to an industry. You have probably calculated ratios for your company. Now you need to compare your company's ratios to industry ratios. Financial service institutions calculate financial ratios for industries by compiling numerous financial statements from companies within an industry. Some of the leading financial institutions that do this are Standard & Poor's, Risk Management Associates, and Troy's Almanac of Business and Financial Ratios. Today I want to show you how to use these resources to find the information you need. Let's start with Standard & Poor's Global Net Advantage database. To get to this database, go to Research Help and look for the guide on company and industry information. Here we have put together a number of resources to help you with your company and industry research. On the main page, you will see the link for the Standard & Poor's Global Net Advantage database. This database will lead you to information including industry surveys, but more importantly for this, it has industry and sub-industry key ratios. I'm going to start by searching for information on a company. And for this example, I'm going to use Southwest Airlines. As I start typing in the name of my company, the database will give me suggestions. So here's Southwest Airlines. And here's the main page for the company. On the left-hand side, at the top, these links will lead you to information about the company. So you have information about key executives and officers of the company, and you have information about key financials, income statement, balance sheet, etc. As I go down the list under Research, I have the industry surveys. If you will click on this, you will start to see industry information that Southwest Airlines or your company is in. And in this case, it leads us to information about the airline industry. So here we have our industry surveys from previous periods about the airline industry. On the left-hand side, you have a link, Key Stats and Ratios. This will lead to key stats and ratios for the airline industry. You have probably already calculated these ratios for your company. Now you can compare those ratios to these ratios for the industry. One note about the count column. The count column is the number of S&P companies in this industry whose financial data were used to aggregate and come up with these ratios. And you can read more about that under this information link. So this is how you could use the S&P Global Net Advantage database to find industry ratios. I hope you found this helpful. Now let's look at a few print resources, starting with the Annual Statement Studies, Financial Ratios and Benchmarks, published by the Risk Management Association. Here is the book, and these are kept in the reference collection, and you can find these by looking at the call number listed below, or you can ask one of the librarians to help you. RMA Annual Statement Studies provide comprehensive industry data that comes directly from the financial statements of small and medium-sized business clients of the Risk Management Association. And they have published these for over 97 years and are a leader in providing the industry with reliable and accurate benchmarking figures and ratios. To use this source, you will need the NAICS code for your company or industry, because this source is indexed by the NAICS code. And here's an example of the index page. Staying with the Southwest Airlines example, I'm still searching for ratios associated with airlines, and I know that the airline transportation industry NAICS number is 481111. If you have trouble finding what your NAICS number is, please find me in the library and I'll be happy to help you find it. It's really easy. So using the index page, I can find the page numbers in the RMA source for industry ratios and go to that page. And here is the page with the ratios. Notice the RMA provides ratios in quartiles to help you with your comparisons. My recommendation for using this source is that you scan and copy the pages that you need and go over these numbers with your professor who's helping you with your case study or your project, and see how these can be used. So I hope RMA will be a valuable source for you. The third source I want to cover is the Almanac of Business and Industrial Financial Ratios, which in the library we call Troy's Almanac. This source provides financial ratios for companies in various asset ranges by NAICS number. Data reported are based on aggregate numbers from companies' IRS records. Troy's has been reporting this data for over 44 years, so it's another leader in this kind of financial reporting. And here's the actual book. It's another print source, and it's located in the reference collection, and you can see the call number below. It's located right next to the RMA annual statement studies. And again, if you have trouble finding this, ask one of the librarians and we'll be happy to help you find it. This source is a little easier to use because the pages are sequentially numbered by NAICS code. So you just need to find the page with your code. One downside to Troy's is that it reports data for only about 200 industrial classifications, and most of these are broader categories. So some of you may not find your industry listed in Troy's. Again, my recommendation, if you use this source, is to scan or copy the pages that you need and work with your professor or case study advisor on how this information can be used. So I hope Troy's will be another useful source for you.